I'm Elizabeth Porter. After 20 years working as a lawyer with families, abuse, and mental health, I'm done ignoring the patterns. It's time for hard conversations that build awareness, create compassion, and change lives. Welcome to Law and Porter.
I didn't think it would be this much work to run a business because I feel like that feeling is just something that's trying to hold me back, but I can't let it get in the way of me having a successful business. Because there's a lot of people who don't have homes to live in. So I'm trying to bake bread so that I can donate money to everyone who doesn't have homes or clothes or food, and I want to donate that money to help them.
Grayson, thank you so much for being willing to talk to me today. I know that you are busy baking and going to school, and you are a man of many talents, but thank you for coming here and sharing with everybody what you've been working on. And I think that there are a lot of kids like you who have dreams about starting a business or doing something they love. And I know there are parents out there who want their kids to do things they love. So I want to ask you first, tell me your first name.
My first name is Grayson.
Okay. Grayson, how old are you?
I am 9.
9 years old. So what grade are you in?
I am going into 4th.
4th grade. Okay. So how does a 4th grader, actually a 3rd grader, end up starting his own bakery? Where did you get that idea?
I feel like the first time I went to Disney World, all the foods there were magnificent, and I wanted other people to have magnificent food without having to pay the full price to go to Disney World. So that's when I decided to start my bakery.
How old were you?
I was 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, so the food at Disney is very good.
Very.
So you came home and said, I want to start a bakery. What did you do next?
Well, I feel like I didn't do much until I was about 8. I decided I wanted to start baking more, so
Yeah.
I told my mom I wanted to start baking, and that's when she got me my sourdough starter.
So it all began with a sourdough starter when you were 8 years old. And so you made your first loaf of was it just a regular sourdough?
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all make it and eat it and decide it was super yummy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so then once you learned to make that sourdough, was that fun?
Very.
Very fun? Did you know you were going to like baking so much when you started doing it?
I did not. Honestly, I thought it would be a hobby that we
Yeah.
would do in the meantime.
So how did that change? How did y'all decide, we could do this into something that we could do as a business?
Well, first we started selling to some local people who said they wanted it, and then we decided that we could make some money off of it. So that's when we started telling people on Facebook that we were going to meet up at Dollar General,
Yep.
to get them their stuff. And then that wasn't that convenient, so that's when we had the idea to make a farm stand.
I love that. So y'all made a farm stand. And so let me back up a little, though. So you started with just original sourdough.
Yes, ma'am.
And so now you offer how many different flavors and kinds of breads?
I can't really count.
I know that I've seen a bunch of different flavors that look so good.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you think of any of the other flavors that you have?
We have cinnamon raisin, jalapeno and cheddar, everything bagel. We have queso.
Queso flavored sourdough?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your best selling sourdough bread?
I feel like the best, you can't really say what's the best selling, but I feel like all the people really love the cinnamon and raisin loaf.
Oh, absolutely. That probably would be my favorite too. So not only do you have sourdough bread, what else does your bakery carry?
We have scones. We have granola. We have bagels.
I think I've seen some cookies too.
Everybody loves the cookies.
Well, I like anything with sugar in it. And so you have bagels, scones, cookies, and I asked you, what is your favorite thing that you bake?
My favorite thing to bake is a bagel. I really like the shaping process.
That's very interesting. And it's actually probably a little bit harder than the others, isn't it?
A little bit because the dough has to be harder, has to be more.
Yeah. How did you learn how to do all this, Grayson?
My mom taught me everything that I know.
Now, your mama is a very smart lady. Did she know how to bake like this when you started?
No.
No. So she's learning it alongside of you. And so each time that you had an idea, did y'all then just say, this is what I want to do and let's figure out how to get it done? Has that helped teach you how to solve other problems in life?
It has.
It has. So whenever you first started selling your bread and you started making money, what did you do with the money?
I invest all of my money back into my business to make it even better.
So whenever, and that allows you to have more flavors and do more things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And even, did y'all build the farmer market bake stand?
Yes, my dad and my brother Tucker built it.
I love that. And so the whole family's involved now. Have you been able to get your brothers baking?
They don't really bake. They just help with the side work, like packaging everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured they would be really good taste testers. Do they do that?
My brother Dean is obsessed with our bread.
What's his favorite?
He really likes the honey oats like me.
Honey oat? That sounds really good too. Is that a bread and a bagel? Like
That's a bread.
a bread? That all sounds really good. So not only when you started this business, did you learn quickly that it's not just about baking, but you have to have a bunch of other supplies?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you think about that part when you just said, I want to bake? Were you surprised to learn how much more there was that went into it?
I was very surprised.
So then you'll had to buy, more bowls and spoons and all kind of things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The ingredients. Do you ever go shopping for the ingredients?
Sometimes we go shopping, but most of the time we just have it delivered.
Well, that is a good idea, and that saves a whole lot of time. What about, so when you get your money and you put it back into your business, have you looked to see, and I don't want to know how much money you've made, but do you ever look at those numbers to see what you're making versus how much things cost?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of money to run a business, doesn't it?
Lots.
And it takes a lot of time. How do you fit it all in?
Well, we usually go through a system.
That's smart. You have a system? Tell me a little bit more about your system.
Well, most of the work is done on the day of the opening.
Okay.
Because, all the stuff that we've made has to be packaged and all.
Yeah, it has to be fresh and packaged. That's a lot of work.
So, one step is we gotta get all the labels on the stuff. Then we gotta put the stuff in the bag and then seal it. And that takes a lot of work. So, we have a system where some people do something and the other people do something else.
Does each person have their own part of the system, or does it change sometimes?
Sometimes it changes. We just do whatever we have to get the work done.
Well, I want to know how your mama can run a ship like that. That's a great process. So do y'all have certain days you bake and certain days where you package?
We usually bake everything on the day of the farm stand opening.
Wow. So do y'all only do the farm stands now, or do y'all also have it where people can come and pick up items from y'all?
We don't have a pre-deliver system yet, but I feel like in the future that would be a great idea.
I think so too, because I think when people start hearing about Gray's Bake Co. in Mississippi, that they're going to really want some of this sourdough bread. And I think your best spokesperson is probably going to be your brother, Tuck, because I think he could be on a commercial and sell all the bread if he loves it that much. So what has been the most surprising thing about starting your own business as a kid?
The most surprising thing is that I didn't think it would be this much work to run a business, but I figured out it's a lot more work than I think it was, than I thought it was.
Yeah. What about not just when you talk about the work and it's not just taking a lot of time, but you're tired? Are there ever days when you're just like, I don't want to stay up and do this?
They are. When you're doing the baking the night before opening, it has to be a lot of work put in because we got to get all the stuff ready and out to the fridge.
Yes. And are there days when you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore?
There's a lot of days like that.
So Grayson, there are some days you want to quit, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So why not quit?
Because I feel like that feeling is just something that's trying to hold me back, but I can't let it get in the way of me having a successful business.
Grayson, I'm going to play this on repeat for myself sometimes. You're exactly right. So you just don't let those hard days win, huh?
I don't.
Have you ever baked something and it turned out so badly?
Well, sometimes the loaves go flat, so we can't sell them.
Yeah. Do y'all get to eat them?
Yes.
Oh, so have you ever made a loaf turn flat on purpose just so you could eat it?
No.
No. Okay. So on the days that you want to quit, does someone in your family have to give you a pep talk, or have you learned enough to tell yourself that now?
I have learned enough to tell myself that.
Okay. So you just say, nope, that emotion, that feeling like I want to quit is not going to beat me. Is that what you do?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So far, how long have y'all been in business now?
About a year.
About a year. So you are 9 years old and you have already a year of being a business owner under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
What do your friends think about you having a bakery on the side of third grade?
They think it's pretty cool that I'm able to manage running a business and do my homework.
I agree. I think it's pretty cool too. So on the days where you're not baking, what are the things that you have to do in your business?
Well, one day we have to get all the sourdough ready to be made into bread.
Yeah.
So one day we gotta mix it and do the stretch and folds. And sometimes we wait another day to do the next step, but sometimes we do it that night, where we let it proof on the table. Then we gotta shape it and add any ingredients that we want in the bread.
Yeah.
And then we send it out to the fridge to proof longer. And then the next day we bake it all, package it up, and then open the farm stand.
That teaches you a lot of patience, doesn't it? Having to wait on that bread to proof.
Mm-hmm.
When you first started, did you want it to happen right away?
I didn't expect it to happen right away. I knew it would take a little bit of patience, but I did not know it would take 2 to 3 days to do it.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, and I'm kind of thinking they might, that really Disney needs to have Gray's Bake Co. at Disney World?
I do. Sometimes I think of having my own bakery in Disney World.
I think if that was your inspiration and Disney World makes dreams come true, I think Gray's Bake Co. should be at Disney World. Is that one of your goals?
It is.
So right now, y'all are getting a lot of business, aren't you? Are you staying busy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's reached the point where you might need to hire some helpers?
We have thought of hiring some helpers, maybe when we get a little bit more busy.
Yep. So whenever, what's the next thing you want to do? So now you've got the farm stand. What's next for you?
Next, I think I want to buy a small building that I can bake my bread in.
Yeah.
And do it. Because right now we're baking all of our bread in our house. And doing that. Mm-hmm.
That's hard, isn't it? There's not a lot of space in a house for all that bread.
Yeah, there isn't.
So you want a bakery.
I do.
And now I know we talked a little bit earlier Did you help with your design of your logo and the way that your packaging looks?
I did.
I did. Do you like it?
I like it a lot.
Okay. And would you change anything about it if you were going to put it on the outside of a building?
I would not.
You would not. So you could picture yourself having a bakery with Gray's Bake Co. right across the top, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you would do that on top of going to elementary school?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, your business is going to make money and you're going to get to spend it. What are you going to want to spend that money on?
I am going to spend it on, like, feeding people in, like, other countries, donate some to charity.
Yeah. Is there a charity that you know about that you would want to donate to?
Well, my church takes up offering for 2 missionaries.
Yep.
They help feed people in other countries.
Yep.
They don't have food.
And so you would like to help with that too?
I would.
Now, okay, so now we're going to put our money into the business and we're going to donate it. What about the things you like? Are you going to get like a really nice car? You're going to save up for a great car when you're like able to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, a big house and all those things? Does that, when you think about all the things you could buy with your money, does that motivate you to do more?
It does.
It does. Are you more motivated by the idea of giving it away to help people or by spending it on things for you?
Giving it away to help people.
Yep. How did you know that there are people out there in the world who need your help?
Because there's a lot of people who don't have homes to live in. So I'm trying to bake bread so that I can donate money to everyone who doesn't have homes or clothes or food. And I want to donate that money to help them.
It sounds like you've been a person who has grown up seeing the adults in your life help other people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
It is.
That's awesome. So Disney gave you the idea. What about price? How did y'all figure out how much to sell these for?
Well, my mom did some looking at what other stuff is sold for, so we just kind of like used the internet to see how much we should sell it for.
Yep. Was it cool to learn that whenever you have a really big idea, all you have to do is break it up into little pieces?
Mm-hmm.
And so even though starting a business sounds like it's huge, and it is, you just did it one little step at a time, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's grown over a year. So what do you want? I know you want the building. What about, is the building a 4th grade dream or is it like a 8th grade dream?
It's kind of like a 4th grade dream, but in 8th grade, I want to have like a big building. Right now, I just want like a little small building, where people can just come by and grab some few things.
But that would mean you'd have to bake every day. You're going to bake every day?
So I think that might be for a bit more in the future.
Yeah. I feel like we need to at least get through elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, if you start the business and you're busy in math, you could hire people to then work it during the day.
I could.
I think the sky is the limit, Grayson. So what about talking to all these people? Do you have to talk to a ton of people now that you're in business?
I do. And I love to do it.
You do?
Uh-huh. Sometimes I sit outside when my farm stand is open and wait for people who come and order stuff, and I like to chat with them, suggest things that they might want to buy.
That is good business too. So you talk to them and you find out what they like?
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten good ideas from your customers?
I have gotten a few.
That's awesome. And not only you talked to them and asked them, but you listened and then you heard it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Did you go back and do any of their ideas?
Not yet, but I think in the future there are some good ideas that they came up with that I might want to do.
Listening to other people's ideas is a very good business skill. So, do you like the ownership of the business, or do you sometimes just wish you worked in the business?
I love doing ownership because I get to boss everyone around.
The owner of the business means you get to boss everybody around?
Mm-hmm.
And you love it?
I love it.
Do they listen to you?
Yep.
Do your brothers listen to you?
Sometimes, but sometimes they can be a little.
Now, you're the youngest brother. You're mean to tell me your brothers will listen to you when you're bossing them around at work?
Sometimes.
Well, I hope they practice it, because one day you might be the real boss and they might really have to listen. So, do you think that other people in your family have learned a lot by watching you start this dream?
I think they have.
What do you think other kids could learn by seeing you take your dream and create it like into a business?
I think they could learn that they need to put themselves forward. They need to really express how much they love what they love and turn it into something big.
Do you think that all children, when they're, let's say, 5 or 6, love something enough to start a business the way you did?
I don't know. For most people, it usually takes longer to find that thing.
I think so too. I think you're really special for figuring out something you loved really young. Not everybody gets that. But for those who do, what do you think was the first step in turning your dream into a real goal in a business?
I think the first step was actually, telling your family what you want to do, because your family will always support you.
That's great. So really, you had to tell somebody what your idea was, because you know what that usually means? You needed help. You couldn't do it all by yourself, could you?
I couldn't.
You had to learn to ask for help. And so what if your mom had said no? Do you think you would have gone to somebody else and asked?
I think I would have.
Yeah.
But I don't think my mom would have said no anyways.
No. And your mommy wants to see you do something you love. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see. So your friends think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have time for other activities at school?
I do have time for other activities at school, because most of the time we aren't doing baking during the day.
Right.
We do it in the afternoon, when I'm out of school.
Okay. And then in the weekends too for the farm stand?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So if you could bake for anyone in the whole entire world, who would you bake for?
I would bake for Walt Disney, the person who made Disney World that inspired me to start my bakery.
What's your favorite thing to eat at Disney World?
My favorite thing is Gaston's cinnamon roll.
Well, no wonder. That would inspire me to be a baker too. I bet I couldn't be as good as you. Do you make cinnamon rolls?
One time I did for a Mother's Day special.
Oh, were they yummy?
Very.
Do you eat everything you bake?
Yep.
You got to taste test it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you wanted to quit, do you think that as things get harder and running the business gets more time consuming, that you're going to be able to push through those times when you want to quit?
I do.
You do. What are some other things you've learned about yourself in having a business?
I have learned about myself that I have a better work ethic than I thought. My dad most of the time complains about how my brothers don't have a good work ethic as me.
Yeah. And so you've learned that you have a good work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really good thing to learn. You didn't know you had that before?
No, not really.
Are there any things that you as a 9-year-old business owner feel like you want to work more on about yourself?
I feel like I would like to work more on being more proud of myself. Sometimes I'm not that proud of myself for all I've accomplished.
I think that there are a whole lot of grown-ups who can say that they feel the exact same way, and I hope you learn it early, because there are a whole lot of people who are really proud of you, and it's definitely important for you to learn to be proud of yourself and that you recognize you need to do that. That's pretty cool. So when it comes to teacher gifts, Do they all get baked goods from you?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I might have to be one of your teachers one day. So you would bake for Walt Disney. Do you ever think about inventing some sort of new dessert?
I do.
Can you tell us what it is, or is that top secret?
I really don't know yet, but I want to make something that says wow.
Well, I have a feeling eating anything that you bake, I'm going to say wow. But you want to be the one who eats it and says wow. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So what about the parents? If a kid comes to, or let's say my son comes to me and he wants to start a business, what do you think the best advice I can give him is?
I would say that you better think on it a little more, but if you know that's what you truly want to do, then go ahead and do it.
So really making sure that's really what they want, huh? Because otherwise it would have, all that work that you put into it probably wouldn't have been as much fun if you didn't love it. Well, that's awesome. So do you think that when you look at your time with your family, together with your family, that this has helped y'all kind of bring y'all together to work together? Yeah. Do you spend more time together now than you used to?
We do.
Okay. And is everybody in on the fun and they like supporting your business?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So let's see. I was going to see if I could get you on a few more of these little fast bonus questions. Okay.
Okay.
Do you ever dance while baking?
Sometimes.
What? Do you play music while you're baking?
Not really.
No. Do you like it to be quiet and serious? Are there a lot of people around when you're baking, so there's a lot of talking? Okay. Do you know how much bread y'all make for the weekend?
We usually make around 20 loaves.
Okay. And what about like scones and bagels and all the other stuff?
We usually make like 6 boxes of scones or more, and we usually don't make bagels that often, but we usually make like 4 bags of those.
God, that's a lot. So have you ever watched anyone in your family or friends start a business?
I have not.
You've not. So this was a totally brand new, fresh idea for you. That's awesome. So this is another important question, okay?
Okay.
How many cookies can you eat at one time without getting sick?
I could eat about 40.
40? 40 cookies? Like, you think you could not get sick off of 40 cookies?
Nope.
I believe it. I probably couldn't either. What's your favorite cookie?
My favorite cookie is the chocolate chip cookie. It's a favorite of everybody's.
Yep. A classic. So let's just say that someone hears about Gray's Bake Co. from listening to this podcast, and they reach out to me and they want to try something, and maybe we can get the shipping under control. What is the first thing that you think what's the best thing you offer and the first thing you think people should try?
Most of the time people like a good classic.
They do. And so which would you pick?
I would pick to do something simple, something simple. Because sometimes the complex things aren't better than the simple things.
I think that if you do not have a future in baking, you do have a future in leadership, because you have learned a whole lot at a young age. And I'm going to finish by asking you this. Is there any other advice you would give to parents whose children have a dream and they don't know the best way to help their little dreams come true?
I feel like that they should support them no matter what, and that they should help get some local people to help.
That's a good point.
Because the local people around me, they are really supportive, and I love that.
That's a great advice because your mama and daddy can't do everything. So now you have a bigger support system. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Grayson, thank you so much for being here. I have in 12-ish interviews so far, probably learned more about life from you than I have from 12 other adults. So I think Gray's Bake Company is going to be huge. And not just that, but you're going to inspire a whole other people to follow their dreams. And that is priceless. So I am proud of you. And I hope that you will keep working on learning how to be proud of yourself because what you're doing is really, really impressive.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I want to see you back again. I want to interview again next time. Like, we're going to give it like a little bit longer plan from your big store you're going to have. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for being here.
You too.
Thank you to our sponsor, Porter Law Group, for supporting these conversations. When family is on the line, experience matters. Porter Law Group specializes in custody and family law with compassion at every step. Visit porterlaw.ms now to schedule your consultation to protect what matters most.